Every startup requires different treatment in terms of its business. I'm Raj Sukheja, helping you on your journey. Learn more about such issues. There are an infinite number of businesses that exist, and each business requires a different preparation in terms of delivery, in terms of banking, in terms of funding, in terms of compliances, in terms of management, in terms of delivery, in terms of marketing, sales, purchase, and the whole ambit that is required for the business to function. It is said that form defines function. So your business, depending on what the business is and what its function is, will define the requirements of that business. Now, for example, an infra company will require engineers. Now, depending on what kind of infra company you're working with or you own or manage, you will require, let's say, a road contracting company that is an infrastructure will require engineers that are road contractors. Then you will require the right road laying equipment. You will require all the necessary equipment that requires to build sustainable roads as per the contracts that you receive, and also the delivery in terms of how much time do you have to build each kilometer or so on. So my point here is that similarly, if you look at a trading company needs to have inventory, and therefore that inventory, how much time does it need to be sold, where it is being sold, how it is being sold, dictates the norm of that business. And again, both companies, the infra and the trader, have different budgets in terms of their expenses, their marketing, their sales, the methodologies, and so on. And all that, when you encapsulate it, come to how much capital is required by that company for that period of time to sustain, to become profitable, and to grow. All these companies again have different compliances. So you may have different licensing requirements, you may have different taxation requirements, you may have different applications and different ways of paying income tax, and all these compliances also need to be adhered to. And this is the job of a CA or a CS, or as may be required by the government as per law. Each of these companies has an advantage and a disadvantage. The expertise of that entrepreneur basically is utilized in utilizing the advantages of that company to make it profitable. So an infra company requires a large amount of capital. A small shop will not require as much. So it's easier to access capital. But then infra companies have a higher margin, bigger value, bigger order books. Therefore, they can sustain the kind of capital that they absorb and the interest cost or any accumulated cost that they pay for it. Therefore, an infra company in terms of valuation will be much higher than a small shop somewhere. Therefore, the support structures that need to come into play for such companies will be different again. So that's what brings me back to the same point, that each company requires a different preparation. So for an entrepreneur, it's extremely essential to understand his business in depth before he gets into it, so that he is not deviating away from the market norm, and if he is, it's to his advantage, not to the markets. So you need to understand your priorities, you need to find your niche. For a new company in any of these areas, it is better to work small, work on a niche, build capital, build goodwill, build revenues, and understand the business thoroughly, and then expand and scale up. This is the format to go with, always. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon for all future updates.